Thank you very much for joining me, and a Merry Christmas to you. I hope you're doing well, whether you're with other friends and family or just alone on this day. Always together on this weather community. Hope you're having a good day. All right, let's get to a few things. One, right here, this is where we have some of the dust around, some Saharan dust. A lot of us have been dealing with that. I want to show you that. And then this surge of moisture, I'll zoom down, show you where the rain and the flood potential is. Plus, we'll take a look at the fronts working their way across the United States and how far south they may get as we get into the new year. We're covering all of that in this video. So, Eastern Caribbean, we've had some showers, but overall we've been drier. But we've had dust, Dominica, back through Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, but parts of the Dominican Republic, and then back to the west, that's where we've had these surges of moisture moving in. One here near Guatemala could get clipped by some rain in parts of Belize, isolated today. A little bit more Costa Rica, but surging back toward the Cayman Islands, Cuba, and then eventually up toward the Bahamas, Jamaica, and Haiti. We'll be on the edge of it. We'll have some scattered showers around. Now, let's start with some of the dust around, because we've been dealing with that for some of us for about the last 4 to 5 days. Now, the dust, a little bit tricky to find on this map. Where you see these yellows and the reds, that's where typically that would indicate dust. But however, with that said, this up here, here's the United States, southeast U.S. right here. This here is some dry air, so this is not dust. This is the dust here, back toward, you see near Guadalupe, St. Kitts and Nevis, down toward St. Vincent the Grenadines, Grenada, St. Lucia, Barbados. We've had that dust. So this pocket right in here through parts of Trinidad and Tobago. Now here's some dust as well. This will lessen some as we get deeper into the week, later this week, into the weekend. It'll start to kind of push back and be sitting out over the Atlantic. So if you're dealing with some of the dust now, we should eventually get a break. So that covers that. Then we swing over here. We're watching some of the rain, just this surge of moisture that's been lifting to the north. Some of us have been dealing with the flooding, others some scattered showers at times, watching the rain near the Cayman Islands, parts of Cuba today, and again throughout parts of Central America. Picking up some Costa Rica and Panama, watching out for some rain. This is tomorrow, and then moving from the Cayman Islands, Cuba, into parts of the Bahamas, turning wet at times as some of this moisture just lifts its way to the north. But Trinidad through Antigua and Barbuda, Anguilla, U.S. British Virgin Islands, rain chance not very high. And then by Friday, so a couple days from now, you see that rain around northern and central Bahamas, back through the Florida Keys, back into western and central Cuba. There's some of that rain as it lifts to the north once we work our way into later this week. I do want to zoom down quickly, and then we'll get into those fronts zipping by the U.S. You see here, as far as rain goes the next 3 days, highest chance of rain really today, tonight, into early tomorrow for the Cayman Islands. Now, not as much Brack over toward Little Cayman. We'll be on the edges, some heavier rain though. Grand Cayman, see this white shading would indicate 4 inches of rain or 100 millimeters of rain, and we'll be pretty close to that. Most spots will be getting less than that. Now for Jamaica, we're looking at some scattered showers. Heaviest rain would be off to the west, but we could still see some spots getting 25 millimeters of rain or 1 inch of rain. I want to swing around other locations with the rain totals in just a moment, but let's widen out the view. Here's that surge of moisture. This is today. We'll zoom back down to the Atlantic region of Canada in just a moment, and then watching the fronts moving across the United States. There was even some severe weather yesterday, parts of Louisiana, back toward parts of Texas, but you see here by Friday, there's another front that helps draw this moisture up toward the Bahamas. This front moves in toward the Mississippi River Valley, and it lifts up some of that moisture back into the Bahamas. And then as we work our way forward into Sunday, you see some of that rain here. Here's that front, east coast of the U.S. as we work our way into our Sunday forecast. And then we'll be seeing that next front kind of pushing off. And then as we get into the new year, let's go out in time. We'll keep an eye on another front that'll build back toward the southeast U.S. A few days ago, though, it was looking stronger. It's not looking as strong this time. It may eventually start to dip down into the northern Caribbean early into the new year, but no big front sweeping through quite yet for some of us in the Caribbean. Atlantic region of Canada, just these pesky systems around, watching out for some of that rain and even some snow on the north side of it, near Newfoundland, Avalon Peninsula, watching over toward parts of Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. The next couple of days, just watching these systems kind of building off toward the east, and then another one coming in from the west. That we'll watch out for as we get into the weekend. Now we're going to see some of the seas building. This is today, but back through the Bahamas, the Atlantic passageways across our islands, watching on the Atlantic side. We're going to see those swells building. This here is tomorrow, but as we get deeper into the weekend, watch this. This is by Friday. You can see those swells moving in, so near Bermuda, those seas will be building, and then right there on Saturday, some of those seas about 2 to almost 3 meters, so running at about 6 to about 9 feet in some spots. Now, as far as the rain goes, I zoomed down in some spots. Cuba with the scattered kind of blobs of rain moving in. We'll get some spots getting 1 inch to about 4 inches of rain, so 25 millimeters to about 100 millimeters of rain. Of course, we had an earthquake a few nights ago in parts of Cuba. Monitoring that. We'll monitor any aftershocks, or I'll let you know if we do have any other earthquake activity around. Now, Jamaica, I mentioned heaviest weather off to the west, watching that near the Cayman Islands. Still, north side of the Dominican Republic, we could see some additional areas of flooding. And then the rain chance not very high. Ceiba, Statia, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John. We could see a few passing showers, but a lot of that dust around. Watching some of the dust, Dominica, Martinique, St. Lucia, right down through Trinidad. We've had that. St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We've had a couple showers around at times the last couple days, kind of mixed with the dust. Same thing, Grenada and Barbados, and the rain chance has dropped as a whole. Still a chance of some scattered showers, Suriname and Guyana, but watching out for some of the increased rain, Costa Rica, Panama, and there's that rain that's lifting up to the north, scattered showers through parts of Central America. Mexico City, we're generally on the dry side, can't rule out a stray shower, and then watching the fronts moving across Texas back toward Louisiana. So scattered areas of rain for some of us. The next few days in Jamaica, rain chance about 60% in the Cayman Islands today. Grand Cayman, that's where we could get a better chance of rain, some heavier rain. But then we swing back toward Trinidad and Tobago, the rain chance is low, and you see it here, Barbados, a 20 to 30% chance the next 3 days. St. Lucia through the end of the week, generally about a 20, maybe 30% chance of a shower, 30% chance today, 20% chance tomorrow. The next 2 days in Grenada, watching some of the dust, and a 30% chance of a shower. Rain chance stays very limited. St. Vincent and the Grenadines into the upcoming weekend. Isolated as well in Martinique, and about a 20 to 30% chance to round out the week as we get into Dominica. We get to the north, about a 40% chance of a passing shower in Guadeloupe the next 2 days. 30% chance today, tomorrow, Antigua and Barbuda. 20% chance on Friday. Holding at a low 20% chance, St. Kitts, Nevis, and Montserrat. 30% chance today in Anguilla and St. Bart's. About a 40% chance of a passing shower tomorrow. Isolated the next couple of days, St. Martin, Ceiba, and Statia. Isolated the next 3 days in Puerto Rico. Rain chance at about 30%. 20 to 30% chance, U.S. and British Virgin Islands. 20 to 30% chance the next couple of days. But building in the Bahamas by Friday, northern and central Bahamas up to about a 60% chance, while it'll be at about a 30% chance in the southern Bahamas. Showed you that earlier with the models. Turks and Caicos, rain chance stays on the small side. More of the rain will eventually be up to the north. Dominican Republic, north coast, still watching out for some areas of flooding. Isolated in Haiti through Friday, 30% chance of rain. 40% chance, some scattered showers around for some of us today in Belize. 30% chance in Aruba today. And we're looking at about a 20% chance the next 3 days, Curacao and Bonaire. Rain chance has gone down in Guyana. 30% chance through the end of the week, and about a 30% chance the next couple of days in Suriname. Rain chance, though, on the elevated side in Cuba, with some of that rain moving in that I was highlighting for you. Costa Rica and Panama, it is going to be more elevated. Isolated areas of flooding the next few days. Nicaragua, 50% chance, and an even 40% chance with some scattered showers possible in Honduras. Guatemala and El Salvador, we've already had some rain around. Had some last night, had some this morning in some locations. Only a 20% chance Mexico City. 30 to 40% chance across the Yucatan Peninsula favoring eastern side. 30% chance in northern Colombia. And as we work our way into northern Venezuela, rain chance stays on the low side. Some dust northeastern sections of Venezuela. Bermuda, just watching these fronts kind of scooting by the tail end, could bring us some showers. So areas of rain, especially in the western Caribbean, lifting to the north. Isolated areas of flooding, which does include parts of Central America. Tracking that Saharan dust in the eastern Caribbean. It should improve, though, and watching some bigger fronts to the north of us. We'll see more of those diving down as we get into the month of January. So I hope you're doing well. I'll be going through the comments throughout the day. Have a great rest of your day.